Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our live. Let me see. If you are new, from the names I see so far, it looks like it's a lot of people that come in and probably know who we are. But just in case somebody's watching this on the replay or you have come in and you're in the bushes, I'm Marilyn. My channel is Making with Marilyn. And then Patrice will be right back. She just had to step out and do something, but she'll be right back. And that is Patrice of Craftable Things. So I'm very nervous about today's project. I kind of know what I'm doing. I watched videos. I watched YouTube University. But let's see. Put in the chat if you've ever made a zipper pouch. Say I have, or yes, or anything like that. And then I'll know two things. I'll know that you kind of know what you're doing, so you can help us through this if we need it, because we love interactive lives. Thanks, Renee. And then I was going to say number two, if you hear me, you're going to be answering me, and so I'll know that you can hear me. And I can see that a lot of you can hear me. So, all right, so we have some. Thanks, Renee, for telling me not to be nervous. Lucille says no. DB says yes, but it's been a while. Tish says yes. And Gail says yes. Shay has not. Marissa, she's an expert. And I accidentally, it jumped so fast, I missed somebody. Carol Coleman has. Felicia has not. Lily. Hi, Lily Boone. Have you done a zipper pouch before, Lily? Judy has. Daisy has not. So we have a really nice mixture of haves and have-nots as far as making pouches in here. Purchase material when Eve made one. And so what we're going to do today is, Patrice and I both made pouches. I've only made in the hoop pouches. Patrice, have you made a zipper pouch on the sewing machine before?
I have a while ago, like when I first got the sewing machine.
Okay. It's like riding a bicycle, right? It'll all come back. And yes. I watched videos. I watched a few videos last night. I found one this morning I really enjoyed watching. And what I notice is a lot of the people making the pouches do little things differently. So like one person, for two outsides and two insides, they only had two pieces of fabric and they sewed it and then they cut it. And so I might not be doing this exactly the way that you would. Hey, Naomi, did you get your puppies? Or puppy? And Naomi's a huge sewer, so she can get us through it. Hey, Karen D. Nope, you have not missed the start of the project. Okay, it depends on how easy or complicated you want to make it and how decorative. This is going to be a pretty simple one. You have to sew for this. Stacy, you do. You do. Stacy, do you have a sewing machine? I have one that's old. I got it when my son was a baby and he's 28 or 27. I think he's 28. So it's really, really old, but it's going to be fine. All right, Lisa has. Naomi, you got two puppies, unless you went for three, but I think you got two puppies. She got two rescue puppies, pugs. All right, so you could hurt yourself with this, Stacy. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let me see up at the top. Hey, Carol Coleman, Donzel, Lolita, Mrs. JB. Hey, Danny. All right, Karen D made it home in time. I said hi to Stacy, or at least talked to Stacy. Hi, Sylvia. Hey, Miss Nene. Hey, Dee. Hi, Zelda Brown. Hey, Robin S. Judy, Gail, Felicia. I think Felicia said no, she hadn't. Hey, Marta, retired crafter. Hey, Stacy, Terry Hunt, Ernique. Ernique's in the bushes, she says. Gail, Shay. All right, Marlene, welcome. Sharon Davenport, welcome. Yeah, Shay, are you still sore? Are you doing okay? Hey, Geneva. Hey, Nikki. Thanks, Sharon. Sharon says, hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Hey, Daisy. Side hurting, so skipping my walk today. Okay. That's probably a good idea. Let it heal. Hey, Renee. I know I already talked to you, but hello again. All right. Hey, Gina Goins. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Dee Smith. Hey, Tish. Tish is excited to see it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. I apologize. Hey, Laura, if I didn't say hi. Hey, Lucille. I'm trying to scroll down, but I don't want to miss people that I know I haven't said hi to. Okie dokie, Lily. Let's see if Lily said whether she's done a zipper pouch. Hi, Rondria. Hey, Kim. Okay, Lily has not. Neither has Marissa. All right, scrolling down. Hey, Ethel. Anisha. Hey, Debbie. All right, so first what I wanted to do was just talk to you for a minute about zippers. When we're doing the in the hoop projects, but this is not an in the hoop project, we use the polyester, or I think some of them are nylon zippers. They're easier on your needles. They're better on your needles. In your embroidery machines, they go right over it. When I bought these, I think I got these at Walmart. I don't remember how much they were. They're $7. I think the $7 are like $1, $1.50, and then it goes up from there. When I got 120 zippers off of Amazon, here's another one, and I've used a few. 120 zippers. I think it was $14.99 when I looked today. So if you're going
zipper wasted.
If you think you're going to be doing multiple projects, most of the zippers I've had to buy were longer than this, and they were like $3 each. And so you can see 5 zippers at $3. You can have all these colors and lengths to choose from. The other thing is the way we're doing the project today, we are going to match the length of our fabric to the length of the overall zipper. Let me see the one I'm going to use. There it is. So the overall length of this zipper with all the extra fabric is 9.5 inches. But the zipper part of it is about 8 inches. And so what we will do, or what I will do, Patrice, how long is your overall zipper?
It is, let's tell you. Mine is a little wider than yours. It's about 11.5.
I think I have a
really 11.25.
Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, so then my fabric is going to be cut at 9.5 inches wide. And then however deep I want my little pocket to go, my little pouch to go, I'm going to cut that plus about another inch. And so how big do I want this to be? Measuring from the inside of the zipper, 6.5, that would get it down to about 5.5. I'm going to cut my fabric at 9.5 by 6.5. If you wanted to have any size you want, you can, again, you can cut your zippers down, but then you have to put stoppers on the end. And I've seen multiple ways to do that. Because what happens is, this little stopper here, if you cut it off to make it shorter, the zipper would just keep on going. Or you could cut off at the top. But what I've seen is, when people shorten their zippers, they usually round it off with some fabric that goes with the pouch. I'm just going to use 9.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall, deep, however you want to say it. So that's the size I'm going to go with. And so your zipper overall was about how wide, Patrice?
11.5. Like it's 11.25, but I would just say 11.5. Okay.
And then how deep are you going to cut your fabric?
I don't know, Bear. Let me see.
Hard decision, isn't it? Let me show, while you're thinking about that, let me show this other set of zippers. I saw Patrice use these, and I had to have them. So I bought them. And they are super, super cute because of two things. There's two things I really love about these. First of all, you have two colors in the zipper. So this zipper is gray with this really cute light turquoise. This zipper, the zipper part's purple with this ivory colored fabric. That's the one thing I like, is it's just kind of funky and cute. The second thing I like is this little round zipper pull. I think that's really cute too. And these are also, it's called a nylon resin zipper. And Patrice, you've used these with an embroidery machine before.
Yeah.
So whether you're embroidering or sewing, you could use those. The lengths of the zippers in that humongous pouch, they call this one a 7.5 inch zipper because there's roughly about 7.5 inches of usable zipper space. And so if they call it a 7.5 inch zipper, overall it's going to be 8.5, 9, 9.5. Okay. And then they had, I don't know what these are. They look like they're somewhere around 12 inches of usable zipper space. And these are really long. I don't even know how long these are. But you get a ton of colors. And so I thought it was a great option, especially because where I live, I can't just run down the street and buy a zipper. I have to drive 30 minutes that way and 30 minutes back. And then I'm going to be paying for a little zipper $1, for bigger zippers $2, $3, $4. So that's my little thoughts about that. And then as far as fabric goes, I'm going to use a thicker fabric for the outside of the zipper, the outside of the pouch. And so here's what my fabric looks like.
That's so pretty.
Thanks. Now what I can't remember is if this was one Naomi sent me or if this is one I got at Walmart. A while back, Walmart was having a big clearance, and so I grabbed a few thicker fabrics. So this is like, I don't know what you would call those thicker, almost like not outdoor fabrics, but
like canvas?
Probably canvas is what they would call it. But I'm going to use that for the outside. And then for my lining, I'm just using thin cotton fabric. So little thin cotton fabric that you would make quilts out of. That's what I'm going to use for the inside of mine. And then here's what my colors are going to look like together. It's going to be red inside, all colors outside. And then I think I'm going to use this for the zipper. I don't think my zipper has to match my red fabric.
It doesn't.
I have a red one. I don't know. WWPD.
Don't match it.
Don't. Okay. All right. Don't even have to look. So for anybody that doesn't know, WWPD is what would Patrice do. And usually I'm referring to rhinestone colors, but she has this incredible design eye. So.
Thank you, Marilyn.
So do you have your fabrics picked out yet?
No. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use on the inside because I've been watermelon crazy, and I'm going to put that on the inside. But I think I'm going to do the outside in like some type of watermelon pattern that I found on Creative Fabrica, because this is canvas, and so this is going to be the outer, the outside of the bag, and this is going to be the lining of the bag. But I was going to go with like a white outside, but I think I'm going to make it a little more colorful. It needs some color to it. So
that canvas that you have, it's a polyester canvas that you're going to sublimate?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll do that. It'll be fun. You're going to see.
A coil swing. A coil swing. I don't know what a coil swing is, unless that means you can go either way and they're reversible. What does that mean, Shay Shay? What's a coil spring? And I saw some more people coming in. Let me not go so fast that I get lost and don't see some of these. Okay, that's okay, Naomi. I understand you guys had a big trip. You're probably staying up a lot with puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, Renee. For knitting projects. That's cool. So you would just put your project inside each zipper pouch? Or you're going to knit your pouches? Hey, Karen Murray. All right. Hey, A to Z Crafty Shop, aka Tampa Barbecue Queen. I always think of her as Tampa still.
Me too. Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, so hey, Nikki Nicole. The zippers I purchased off Amazon say 12-inch nylon coil sewing. I don't know what that means. Anybody in the chat, maybe Patrice does, anybody in the chat, feel free to give your ideas on what this means. Hi, Marie. Welcome. Marie, do you sew? Okay. So, and then what size did you decide on, Patrice?
Maybe an 11.5 by 8. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that's a good size?
About 7-ish or 6.5 inches deep when you're done, so it'll be a cute, long, and narrow one. I like that. You carry big purses where you can throw it in your purse?
Yeah, I do. It'll be perfect. Perfect.
Oh, Renee's going to make a bigger sewing pouch so her cats can't get to the projects. That's a good idea, too. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down my fabric. Let's see.
Nikki Nicole, we're using the sewing machine.
Yeah. Hey, Ropey, welcome in.
Hey, Ropey.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and add this overhead camera.
I've never seen Ropey's name before.
I don't think I have either.
But I know Ropey must be around because Ropey actually knows my name. Usually I'm just crafting. Well, it's on the screen though, so never mind.
Well, true. It was in the thumbnail. Zipper with teeth made from coiled nylon monofilament. Mrs. JB knows. Thanks, Dolores. You might not think so when we're done here, at least mine. Okay, Marie says yes, does. Machine embroidery, knitting, sublimating, and other crafts. Awesome. And Ropey from New Jersey. Welcome in. We're glad you're here.
Welcome.
Okay, so I am going to cut 9.5 by 6.5. And with this patterned, I probably want to be a little bit strategic about it. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. This is my first sewing zipper pouch. Let's see.
It's going to turn out wonderful. It's going to be great.
Thanks, Debbie. So she said the one link where you get the 120 zippers is 7.8 inches, and that's the zipper part. Overall, it'll be a little longer, 12 inches and 16 inches. Okay, so mine are coil zippers too. Thanks, Marta.
Hey, Marta.
Yeah, Shay, I love this too. I cannot sew. Nikki Nicole says I cannot sew, but I have a sewing machine. Well, Stacy, I do not sew regularly. I do not. I've sewn over the years, but not on a regular basis, and really not not fancy projects. I'm good at sewing curtains. Hey, Restored, and hi, welcome in. Hey, Relinda. Okay, might as well not put it off any longer. And I think what I'll do is, before I just cut it at 6.5 inches, I'll look and see how would that end up looking. So I'm not going to.
Marilyn's walking me through this, y'all. Marilyn is walking me through this project. And I'm taking so long to get ready.
Marilyn, this is like, we'll see how it turns out. But I'm
This
so
great.
glad that there's a lot of seamstresses, sewers in the chat, because when I get off, they'll be like, no, don't do that. So I'm going to be watching the chat. Oh, Debbie pulled out her sewing machine. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, Marta's used this fabric before. Hey, Patricia Johnson.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm not going to cut my fabric at 6.5 deep, because then I'd be chopping off a lot of these circles. The circles are already going to get cut off with the sewing anyway. But when I'm done sewing, probably what I'm going to have left is something like that. So I either need to go less than 6.5, and it would end up being a really not very deep pouch at all, or I'm going to go ahead and it's going to be about 7 3/4 inches that I'm going to do. And I feel like since I'm starting on this straight edge down here, first of all, I will cut that off, but first I'm going to measure based on that straight edge. And so I have these marking pins, I think they're called Fusion, that when you add heat to them, your markings from the pin disappear. So I think I might use that. I used that when we did our bowl cozies. Which, let me grab one of those. Well, I only did one. I need to do 3 more. So it's been a while. It was when it was cold out, but one day we made these bowl cozies. And so that's the first project where I used these marking pins on, and the ink did disappear. Hey, Delonda. Hey, Annette. So, Tish, I have done one in the hoop, but we're going to do these with sewing machines. I think maybe, what are you going to put in your pouch? I'm not sure yet, Ropi. That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I'm just kind of learning this process, and then I'll go from there. So I could just use the little squares on this thing, but I'm going to mark first. We're going to go 7 3/4. These pins are tricky. I can't remember how you get, there we go. So to depress these pins, you actually push on the little clip thing. So you push on that clip and the little ink tube comes out. So I'm going to mark 7 3/4 ever so often. And remember, I'm doing 9.5 inches long. So if this whole thing, 9.5 is 19. If this whole thing is at least 19, I'll probably just cut the whole thing off and then go from there. And I know that if I had one of those see-through rulers, it'd be a lot easier. I need to get one of those. But we're just going to make it more difficult. Okay, Delana can promise us about something, that she will never do this. Is that what she's saying? Hey, Donzel. I'm not sure what she said. Oh, Shay asked, do I see a... Shay said, Delana, I see a sewing machine in your future. And Delana is laying down the law. She said, no.
You said no?
No, ma'am. Hey, Angel B.
Angel. Angel said no for sewing too.
She did. She wants to embroidery though.
I know. I'm surprised.
And this may be a slow process for me, but it's just going to be a little slow. Just going to be a little slow. We'll call this crafting, or not crafting therapy, sewing therapy.
Sewing therapy. This is therapy.
It is. Oh, and what are we calling the...
Crafternoons with Marilyn and Patrice.
That's it. Crafternoons with Marilyn and Patrice. I love that. So I'm going to put on my next thumbnail.
We can have some cute hats. We can make a cute logo like how you made for you and Tim for Tebow and Mo.
Yes.
I gotta come up with a clever name like Tebow.
So that was his little nickname when he was a little boy.
That was his nickname?
Yep.
Tebow.
What's funny is my brother's name was Tim also, and I have a ruler. Is it this one? No. I have an old ruler that was back in the old days when they were actually wood. That on the back either says Tebow or T-Dog. I can't remember. It was my brother's ruler, and I kept it.
Aww. Or Tebow. This is gonna be everyone's. Oh, Karen D.
No, I was watching the trailer for you and Delanda's So Good, and when she calls it So What.
But the thing is, Marilyn, like we have been over it. Like we have been over it. This is not what it's called. It's not So What. And as soon as she gets on there, that's what she says, and I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Your face was priceless, and I'm so glad that you guys left it in there.
Like, are you kidding me? She was.
And the first time that I saw the trailer was when you guys were starting it. And so it wasn't, it didn't affect me as being as funny as it really is, because once you start watching it each week and you know it's so good, you know, then it's funnier when you actually know.
And it's like, so what? Like, and when you think, so
what?
It's just a hot mess.
Oh, we need a good laugh now and then.
Yes, I totally agree.
Like now.
Okay, but you're on. I'm still waiting to print out this. I did. The cover I'm still about to print from the Sawgrass, and then I need to change my ink.
Take your time.
So now I'm printing from the brother. So hopefully it'll be fine.
I doubt I'll be too far ahead of you. You'll probably catch me and really quickly, but
I doubt it.
If you're that far behind, then maybe I'll make a second little bitty pouch or smaller pouch. No, I don't want to go little bitty because then I got to do those zipper pins. Do I need a new blade in here or what? And I'm sure everybody or a lot of people in chat see how close I get to my thumb and are like, "You're gonna kill me."
Yes.
Yep. Naomi, if it is, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm doing 19. I'm probably already at 19. So I need to quit cutting. There's 12. Oh, easily. Okay. So then what I want to do at the end, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to see how it would come out.
That fabric is very pretty. I really like it.
Thank you.
It's colorful.
Love it, love it, love it. And I love these thicker. I know, Mrs. JB. I know it's not the right ruler. Don't ever use this ruler like I am. Bad. I need one of those other, I'll order one of those clear rulers that you can have a lot of surface space on and add that suction cup to the top. I'll try. I can't promise, but I will try really hard to have no bloodshed on this.
Please, I can't take that, Marilyn. I can't take that. Please. Please try.
Oh, yes, yeah. Ropey, maybe you're the one that told me that a long time ago. Somebody did. They said always close your blade. So, like, to make the blade come out, you push this on top, and then there's this button on the side, and it makes it where the blade can't cut anymore. Thank you, Ropey. And I think the first person that told me that might have been on a pre-recorded thing. I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. All right, let's get this folded all nice and neat. A whole lot of it left. And now I want to determine where 9.5 inches would end. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Let me pull this down a little bit. But from the tip of one of these circles to the tip of this circle is 9.5 inches. So that's what I'm going to use to determine my cut. It'll come out great. Now, when I sew it, you're going to lose some on the ends. So in the end, I won't have all those full circles. But I'm okay with that. They'll at least be fairly centered, I hope. That's right, Angela. I wonder if Eve is in Irving yet.
She's on her way. What day are you supposed to leave? When does it start, on Thursday or Friday? You probably got to get there early for setup.
She ended up, let's see, it must have been Delonda had her premiere. Delonda had a premiere last night. Was there somebody else that had a live?
Me. I was live.
Oh, that's right. Duh. I was on it.
I know.
Probably in your live chat then. She said they had just left. And oh no, she said they were leaving at like 9 at night or something like that.
Were they driving?
Through the night, yes. They had to drive, because of all their supplies they were taking.
For those of you who like to take long drives, wow.
We do. Tim and I do.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right, let's make sure I'm the right length.
I should have checked to make sure the color came out good before I took it off, but it did.
Good. Let's see it.
So I have to press one more. So this is going to be one.
Ooh, that is really pretty. I love it. So are those watermelons or hibiscus or what are those?
So they're like daisies or something, but looking like water, like just the watermelon color, and on the inside.
Yes. Okay. It's beautiful. I look cute with the cup.
I should have pressed them both at the same time because my heat press kind of like creased a little bit. So I'm gonna press this just like this just to knock out that crease.
Okay. So just count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a half right here. So, oh, that's funny. Even though I counted from the wrong side on my cutting mat, it's at the 9.5 inch mark.
Yeah. Shay, what do you want to link for? Do you want to link for the? This is a canvas material, but do you want to link for the pattern? They have different patterns that look really, really cool, like with this theme.
Hi, Linda Tolbert. I really need a new blade in this. And I'll make it through eventually. I'm going to snip that off with my scissors. My fabric only scissors, except in extreme emergencies.
Amy Sharon Davenport, she loves sliding over flying.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't like to fly at all.
Can't do it, yo.
I used to have to a lot. I hated after a little kind of bumpity bump ride, I hated every minute of it after that. I was either going to have to drive or take some really good calming medication. Or a few shots of something strong.
Relax you.
Yes.
Just wanted to do a little bit of relaxing. That's it.
Diane. Super hot in Virginia today. I think it's going to be pretty hot here today, too. It got up to 96 2 days ago. And then yesterday, it was predicted to get up into the 90s, but I think it topped out at 88 or so because we had a lot of cloud coverage. I don't know what's going to be today.
It's always hot here, so. Yeah. Nothing to share here. Nothing to share.
Hey, Kelly. Let's see. Karen says, I love to fly. I used to love driving until I had to do it all the time. Okay, Renee says, I'm sorry if this was said. It's okay. I walk away from lives. I mean, you're laughing. Oh, my sister called. What size are the bags and is there a pattern for them? Okay, so Renee, the way I'm going to do this bag is it was dependent on the size of my zipper because I didn't want to trim down a zipper and deal with all that. So my zipper from end to end, not the true functioning part, but end to end was 9.5 inches. And so the width of my fabric is also 9. Oh no.
What's wrong?
We lost power. I'm going to lose internet.
We
were out of power for like 9. Oh, it came back. We were out of power 9 hours last night. It came back on a little before noon.
Oh no.
But apparently I still have internet.
Yep, you do. And we're just going to keep going as if nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to go wrong. Don't worry.
If I lose you guys, it's Mother Nature doing it.
And she'll be back because I don't know what I'm doing.
Goodness. Right. If it goes out, we'll postpone this for another crafternoon.
That'll be fine.
I hope. But I don't understand because like our electricity went out, the air conditioner stopped, which should mean I don't have internet.
But I saw your heat presses kind of blink behind you for a second.
Yeah.
I saw a little blinking.
Well, yes. So the lights blinked back on and went back off. It's done that about twice. That is so weird.
It's okay. We're going to keep going because you still have internet. So.
Yes. I hope it stays. I'm excited about these pouches.
I'm going to cut my... I got this up earlier, but I did not. So...
Oh my, Gail says she's currently at 109. Diane's currently at 109. Gail. Gail, it is not whining when it's 105. That is a legitimate complaint. My brother used to give us a hard time because he lived in Wyoming. And he was like, oh, well, you know, lightweights in Kansas, it only gets down to, 5 degrees or 10 degrees. And that's very seldom. And up there, it was cold all the time. That is just so weird. I'm glad.
Yep, still got the internet. You're still with us.
Yeah, so about 3 in the morning, that's my guess. I didn't look at the clock, but I'm guessing it was somewhere around 3 in the morning. It started storming. The wind blew, and it was raining hard. And then all of a sudden, it was tons of hail, small hail. So, it wasn't going to damage the cars and all that. And then the electricity went out. And it was maybe 11:30 this morning when it finally came back on. So what's
that? My goodness. So it literally just came back on.
7.5 hours, 8.5 hours. Yeah. And again, I'm just guessing that it was 3 in the morning when it happened. Yes, it did. And so I called Tim at work and asked him if they had power there. And he said, yeah, we have power here. And he had been by the school. And the school, he could tell inside had power. And so I texted my neighbor and asked her if she had power. And she said, yeah, they never lost power. Mm-hmm. And then he called another neighbor on the other side, and they didn't have power. So there's like 5 houses in this area that are on the same transformer down our little street. But the neighbor that way of me, her house faces a different street. So apparently they're on a different transformer.
Well, we're going to do this as long as we can.
Miss Nene, I think I do need to tighten that. It's really wobbly. There we go. Let me just play with it here and see if it's better. Nicole said it was 101 yesterday, and she's up in the Chicago area, I think. Wow, that is hot for up there. Okay, Miss Nene, I think it's better. I'll see when I do this other fabric. So you can tell there's a window right over here because this side of my face is bright and this side isn't. Okay. Who would have thought it'd take me that long to cut out the fabric, but it's all good. Yep. Oh, Karen, you went on your walk. That's good. What, Patrice?
I'm still cutting out fabric too. No worries.
Oh, Southern Illinois. I don't even know why I thought you were up in.
Yep. I was going to say, did we lose Marilyn? We lost Marilyn. We lost her. Oh, no. Look at her. Marilyn, you're lost. You're lost. I'm going to try to call her. Maybe she can talk to her on the phone. So now I got to talk. Uh-oh. So, guys. Yep. That's who's calling me. Marilyn, you okay? I know. No, I'm still on here. I'm still on here, probably because you didn't click into live. Well, that was a delayed reaction. What do you want me to do? 1 second, y'all. We're working through some technical difficulties. It's okay. No stress. So what are you gonna do? It's nothing to do. Aww. And I don't even know what to do. I mean, I could guess. And we can just, yeah, and we can make it quick. Okay. Well, I only cut the outer part of the fabric, the 2 outer pieces that we're supposed to have. I cut those. And now I just have to cut the lining. You didn't do that? Okay. 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 We'll figure it out. Okay. No problem. Later. So Marilyn's going to try to go through her phone so that she can come back. So she's going to try to use her phone. Okay. But these are my 2 outer pieces. And this is just polyester canvas. And so you can sub onto it. So if you guys were here at the beginning, you guys saw that I started out with a large piece of material like this. And it is a lot thicker than cotton. Let me show you what the roll looks like. It's pretty heavy. This is my roll of canvas. And this is whenever I'm doing projects like this, or you can even use this if you want to make like a canvas and put it on wood, like a picture, but this is what I use. And it can sub, as y'all see, it subs beautifully. Hold on, I'm coming back and see if Mary Bear can go. If not, we'll figure something out. But it subs beautifully. Look at the colors in that. Looks very, very nice. So that is what I have going on. This is my liner. So I'm going to get ready to cut this down to the size of this. And so this is a little bit larger than longer than my zipper. And I think just a little bit, not too much. I used to print out my sublimation sheet. I used the Brother SP1 sublimation printer, and I printed it on an 8.5 by 14 inch sheet of paper. So that's how I was able to get it a little bit longer than what it usually is. That's it, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to cut out the lining. Let's see if we have any questions. Are you putting any interfacing? No, I'm not putting any interfacing or batting. That's really the reason why I chose to use like a thicker canvas on the outside. Marilyn said that we weren't using any interfacing or batting, probably because of that. But you can. That's another option, but we're not using any interfacing today. Hey, Stephanie Calloway, can we get a link to the canvas and the pattern? I'll put a link to the canvas, the pattern. We're honestly just following along. Like, this is determining the width of the bag. So Marilyn measured hers. I think hers was 9.5 inches wide. I measured this one. This is 11.25 inches wide. And so we just cut the width and we just made it how deep we wanted it to be. I'm doing maybe like a little over 8 inches. It's gonna be a nice size bag for me, at least I think. Let me get the link. I'm gonna get the link and I will put it inside of the. Does anybody want the link to the I keep forgetting. I'm not. Oh, I could put a link because I'm just gonna sign in on this computer. Guess who's back?
Guess who won't be able to sew though?
Oh no! Well, you're gonna have to walk me through it then.
Okay.
Can you walk me through it, or no? That's not gonna be possible. I'm gonna have to walk myself through it.
We're gonna try this. This might be where I'm gonna go ahead and keep cutting out my inside, just in case the power comes back on.
Okay, no problem.
So, do you have your lining cut out yet?
Not yet. I was talking, sometimes I be talking too much.
Well, no, I love that.
So I was talking, but I'm just dropping some links to the pattern and I'm talking about to the line paper pattern off of Creative Fabrica for you to sub. And then they asked for the canvas that I used.
Cool. I'll just hand sew the whole thing, right?
I mean, you have that type of.
That's what she said. She said you can hand sew. I can't hand sew this. But maybe power will come back on. It is highly unusual for us to lose power for very long.
But hopefully it'll come back on. That's. Oh, sorry, Mirror Bear, you have to go through this. All right, where is it? Oh, she's gone again. She's gone again. Here's the canvas material. Hey, Laura. Hey, Kirsten. Uh-oh. She can't hear me because there's no sound. I'm going to type it in. All right, she's not. Maybe she'll be back. I'm going to figure out what we're supposed to do. Hey, Shakita. Hey, everybody that came in that I did not see. I'm so sorry. So I put a link to on Creative Fabrica. This is like a bundle of similar prints, similar images. It's supposed to be like watermelon themed. That's why the color is how it is. And then I also put a link in for the canvas for this material. Now it's a huge roll. Okay, so it is a little bit pricey, but it's, as you guys saw, and I've used quite a bit of it already. Like I've had that roll maybe for, let me tell y'all how long I've had that roll and how much like I've used it since 2021. So I purchased it June 2021 and I still have it. And I purchased 2 rolls at the time, and that's still the very first roll that I had. So I never opened up the second roll. So it does, I mean, depending on the projects that you're using, it lasts. Even that little piece that I cut off of the larger piece that I cut off of the roll, I can use that also for something else and stuff. So we're going to get ready to do this. I'm going to put these 2 to the side. Now I'm going to cut this down, and then we're going to see what we have to do. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to figure it out. All right? We will definitely figure it out. I should have marked this to see exactly how much I needed. But if anything, I'm going to go online and look and see if I can find a tutorial for it. But we're going to get this done today. All right, we are going to get this done. So I'm just going to take this and, all right, so I did make it a little wider than what it needs to be. So that's fine. I should be good to go and at this point. All right, I'm just going to get my Hey, Robin's Creations.
Okay.
Oh, she's back.
I got our jackery, which is what we take camping. And so when it's time to sew, we're going to see if that will run my sewing machine, but it might.
You never know. Yeah. Marilyn, what if it does? And then next time you're out camping with Tebow,
well,
you take your sewing machine. Yeah.
So I hear a truck outside our house. It's probably a city truck. Because we're on city electricity or whatever. All right. Oh my.
Not that good.
And what's weird is, like on the phone, I can't see how to switch anything on.
Oh,
Like, I don't know how to take Nicole's comment off. Let me see.
You're in stream.
There we go. I'll just press somebody else's.
It does. You don't see where it says like hide or something like that. There you go.
Yeah. I see that, but maybe it's under more if I ever want to change the. Well, the layout's going to look like this. That's just what it's going to be.
It's fine.
Ooh.
It's fine. It's fine.
And if I knock the camera over, I'll pick it up and I'll be back.
Yep. No stress and no drama.
Right. Oh, stress and drama, but no tears.
Yep, definitely no tears. What are we crying for? Nothing to cry for.
Nope.
Nope.
It's all fun.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so let's do this at 9.5.
I'm assuming we're going to be placing these together. We're going to sandwich them.
Yeah, we are. It's similar to the way you place them together when you're starting out in the hoop pouch. I'm going to look out my window real quick.
Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this afternoon. We appreciate it.
Oh, okay. It's not the city truck. It's the trash truck.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're going to make it through the project. Don't worry, Marilyn.
Me too. Debbie, it is hot where I live. It's really toasty. So it'll get really toasty in here, but it's all good. I might be glistening later.
All right. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay.
You're preparing still, so take your time.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to do something that I rarely do ever, and pre-press my material.
Are you using your little Cricut Mini? You have a Cricut press, or are you using an iron?
We're going to put under the heat press.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I do have the Cricut Mini out. Marilyn told me to make sure I have my Cricut Mini out. I do have one of them out. Sweet Tea Junior. And yeah. I'm just pressing my material.
Okay. I'll be caught up here in just a minute.
Take your time.
What's funny though is, the video I was going from, if I needed to look at it, I was going to look at it, and now I don't have any.
Oh no! Do you want me to pull it up? I can.
Sure.
I have a laptop here, and
I'm pretty sure between her and everybody in the chat, they're going to get us through it.
Yep.
And, on the embroidery machine, it's hard for me to make sense of it all. At least on a sewing machine, you can pin it or clip it the way you think it goes. And then you can pretend, do a reality check. If you flip it the other way, is it really going to look the way it's supposed to look? So.
It's going to be great, Marilyn.
It's just great. Great, great, great.
Did you have lunch?
I did. Yeah, I had a turkey, lettuce, mayo sandwich. Good. Did you?
I did. I made me a burger, a Beyond Meat burger.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy jack cheese and some sauteed peppers. I only ate half of it, so when we're done, I'll probably eat the other half. But it was really good.
It sounds good. I've never tried the Beyond the Meat, but sounded good.
It was good. Very, very good.
Did you have breakfast?
No.
Uh-oh.
And you know why? Let me tell you why I didn't have breakfast today.
And so everybody in here probably goes and watches Patrice L on her vlogging channel, where she's talking about, she's kind of taking on a new chapter in life with some changes, daughter at college, and she's prioritizing things, and she has some goals, and so she wants to try to eat breakfast more often.
Yes.
All right.
For more energy. And so I have breakfast Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. The problem is that I stayed up until maybe like 3:30 this morning, and I slept until like 10 o'clock, 10:30. That never happens. That threw me all off. I did wake up at 6 this morning, and then I turned over and I was just so tired and I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I'm going back to sleep. What smells?
No, 6. That's awful.
Oh, yeah. 6.
You slept 3 to 6.
Yeah, but I was able to go back to sleep and got back up at 10:30. So I didn't get any breakfast, but I did have some watermelon for like a in between breakfast time and lunch, and then I had lunch before we came on. So
I did have some red grapes also. Okay, so my little mini, I don't like this so close. My little Cricut mini press is heating up. So the Jackery is working for it. The Jackery is what, I don't know if you guys watch YouTube videos about people that are using these for going to craft fairs. We've had ours a long time for camping and such. But if you have like a F1 laser and you want to take it to a craft show, it depends on the size of your Jackery, or I don't even know what it is, how many watts it is. I don't know what it all depends on, but you can have different lengths of time that it will keep your laser going. And I can only see 4 comments at a time on this little phone.
Oh, because you can't see. Let's see. Andy fell back to sleep this morning too. Lola says she does that every night. Renee Meyer, I love Beyond Meat. So I did Instacart. Y'all know that I really don't like going out of my house. So I did Instacart. And so the shopper sends me a text message like, oh, it was Beyond Beef. He was like, they don't have this, but can I substitute it for actual beef? And I'm like, that's not equivalent. No. I don't eat that.
No, somebody eats beef probably isn't going to be doing Beyond Beef.
No, so I'm glad that he sent it to me. Because not, I would have to return it. So repeat my channel is Patrice L. Patrice. Oh,
can you put that in the chat?
Sure, Meryl.
Oh, retired crafter, thank you. I know that's a stretch, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You can see a little bit.
Okay, so you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm ironing. And my outside fabric looks fabulous. It must not have had any folds in it, so it's good to go. Now I just have to remember through this stress the next step. And I think I know the next step. Okay. Oh. So let me set this down and look and make sure this is truly the right step.
Okay.
We're going to take the lining fabric, and it is going to, okay. You're going to put pretty side of the lining fabric up. Then you are going to lay your zipper on it upside down.
Oh, the zipper goes upside down, not. right side up?
I think so. I'm going to go ahead and pull my zipper in a little bit so I can get started with sewing it up at the end. And then when I get down a ways, I'll zip it back. I'm going to lay this down and see if this is right.
Do you want me to check?
Sure, yes.
I got to move my sewing machine over here too. Hold on.
And so just like in the hoop projects, so here's what I have. I have my lining fabric, and then I have the zipper, and then I have my good fabric. And so I'm going to clip this together and make sure it is all going the correct way.
I think this is the right one. I'm going to mute for a second, Marilyn, okay?
Okay. Right, Renee, you want to know what they are thinking about getting before they spend your money on it. Hi, Elevate Artistry. So is the measurement or a pattern? It's just measurement. So, and Elevate Artistry, my power went out. So then I lost internet. And so now I just have my phone, and I'm hoping that this Jackery will be enough power to run my sewing machine, but I can't show my table now because I only have this one camera. Okay.
The zipper should be, Marilyn, it should be face up like this. So pretty side of the lining material.
Okay.
The zipper face up with the loop, and then the outside material pretty side down.
Okay.
It's just sandwiched.
And going all the way to the top of the zipper, so it's covering over the zipper right now.
Yep.
Okay. All righty.
And then, let me see.
I probably should have ironed my zipper because it's has a little fold in it. Hello, Dr. Man.
Okay, so I'm just going to clip this. I didn't pull my zipper in yet. I probably should pull it in, but
Or start at the other end.
yeah.
Okay, so now, okay, let me go ahead and zip mine back up. All right, so the way it is then, it's pretty sides together. Of course, my lining, it doesn't matter because it's the same on both sides, but it's pretty sides of fabric together with the zipper face up in between. So to do a reality check, you can pretend like you've sewed it, and then you can see that the zipper is exposed and you have pretty side and pretty side. So let's get my machine up here and see if this is going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work.
Let's see. Turn that off. Maybe I did turn it off already. Hopefully so.
All right. That looks pretty good so far. Let's see what.
This is going to be tight quarters with my phone up on the table and the machine wrapped around my leg. Oh my. The things you don't think about when you're
Right. I'm gonna move my sewing machine over here.
Okay, it's enough to power the light. I was gonna change my thread out because the thread that's on it is that 100% cotton thread, and it's kind of expensive. I wouldn't say expensive. It's more expensive than your other threads and harder to find. Oh, I am gonna change it out, I think. No, I'm not. Okay, we're just gonna have
mine out, and I'm using a bright red or something thread.
You're not gonna change yours out either?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
it probably can't. Let me turn this on.
All right, let's see. Where's my little zipper pull? And then you like to have the best outcome, you probably want to use a zipper foot.
Mm-hmm.
But we have decided we're going to use our regular presser foot.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to use today, a regular presser foot. So, up to you though, whatever you want to do. Are you getting ready to start sewing?
Yes. So I'm going to sew in a little bit, then, do it.
And so I'm going to start a little bit past where the loop is on the zipper to avoid any issues with it. I'm going to start sewing right there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw another person do. You had sewed it and then back to that. Uh-oh, I have an echo.
Did you do your back stitching?
I did my thing. But all of a sudden,
okay, this may be good. Let's see. We've gotten so quiet.
I hear something.
Think it's about to come back on?
I'm wondering. Did you have something beeping at your house?
No.
Maybe it is going to come back on then. Or maybe it was a truck outside in reverse and it was beeping. Mine doesn't look so good. That's true, Shay Shay. It won't use much thread. And I don't know that the gray will show too much.
So I'm going to pull my zipper down a little bit so I could sew that other part at the top so it doesn't hit it. So I just pulled it down a little bit so I could sew this part without, because my loop is kind of big. I don't want to risk.
Oh, your pull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk.
Yeah, that's the one person, I think it was one person I saw use those, and she did exactly what you did. She started past it, and then she cut her thread, and then she opened the zipper, and then she came back up and did the other end.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what mine looks like so far. I have my zipper, and because I didn't use a zipper foot, my fabric's not super close to the inside, but I knew that would be the case. And the zipper works fine. Am I still echoing?
I don't hear you echoing.
And then this Silk mini press. I'm going to after. So you probably want to finger first. Going terrible.
So we're good on this end.
The thing is, you can't do it because I only have my phone. Unless I mute myself and Patrice does all the talking.
It's fine. I don't mind. I hope I did this right.
You want to come on, do a video, and I'll walk you through what I learned, and then do all the talking. It worked out pretty well.
It's fine. It's fine. So mine is done as much as I'm going to have done right now. So now we got to do it on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, what am I doing? The same thing?
The exact same thing.
So this one's going to go down, face up. And the zipper, I'm just opening up the zipper like this. How does the zipper go? Like, maybe like this.
So here's what I'm doing, I think, but so there's the front of my zipper. Oops, that's the front. And then I'm going to take the pretty side of my fabric and cover the zipper. And then the lining and cover the back side of my zipper. And then I'm going to clip it and pretend like I sew it and make sure that that's really the way to do it in reality. I feel like it is, but you know, some people just see how things go together well, and it's just intuitive to them, and it's not to me. I really have to think about it. And
well, don't worry, Marilyn. But for this side, before we do it, do we need to do a top stitch on top?
You can. That makes them look a little, you know, more professional. So what I did.
You already did it?
I haven't. No, I have not, but I think I will. Okay, so if I sew these together the way I think I'm supposed to, then yes, they turn out correct. Okay, but I'll go ahead and do a top stitch. That's a good idea.
I just, because my fabric is kind of thick.
Mm-hmm. Something is beeping in there. Oh, I bet it's some type of like internet alarm saying, hey, your internet's down or something. I don't know. It's getting hot here, though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a top stitch. So what that means for anyone that hasn't sewn. So Stacy, if you're still here, this is the side we already did. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take after ironing it and do a seam where the thread's going to go right along. That way it folds your fabric down or holds it down. It looks nicer. I think Patrice muted herself to try to help with the echo. And I sew really, really slowly. Really, really, really slowly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zipper it up, get the zipper out of the way. So all of you that are very experienced are probably laughing at how slow my machine's going. What is going on around here? Hey, Patrice, are you frozen? Okay, good.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the heck I'm doing. That's it.
Well, I have a beeping in this other room, which is where the brains of our house is, and it keeps beeping in there. Let me look and see if I see what.
Okay.
Okay. Not to worry, not to worry. Okay, that does look better. I like it better with the top stitch. So here's the side with the top stitch. And then I'm getting ready to sew this other side. And I was so looking forward to showing the table and going step by step.
No worries, Maryland. Hey.
Just means we'll have to do
it again.
I'll have to do another pouch. Yes.
Exactly. It's fine.
Dims knows how to do pouches.
That's what we should have saw Dims was free.
Uh-huh.
She had some stuff going on. She'll have to come to Crafternoons next week.
Yes.
All right.
We'll just have her teach us.
Decent. Exactly.
Because I think that when we were all doing the pouches in the hoop with Eve, I think Dims was sewing hers on a machine. Because I think the size of pouch she was doing was bigger than. Wait, does she have an embroidery machine? Maybe that's why.
Yeah, she does, but she was using, because she had, like, I think her hoop is a 4x4.
Okay.
So she was sewing. And hers came out really nice.
Okay, so just to recap, this is terrible, but here's the side that we sewed down. And then what we did is we laid the pretty side fabric up to the top of the zipper. We laid the pretty side of the lining up to the zipper. And now we're going to sew this. And I'll show you what it looks like. Thanks, Ro P. I'm trying. Sharon, have you been sewing 30 years? Or is that how long you've lived where you currently live? Oh, I think. Or maybe she lived in California 30 years before she moved away. I'm not sure because, like, I can only see 4 comments at a time. Alrighty, so I'm going to do this other side of the zipper.
So we could have did the top stitch after we did this part too. We just have to flip it, but I just feel like it makes it easier. Huh?
I did this top stitch on the first side already. You could wait till you do both sides, as long as you do it before and then you sew the 2 sides together around the perimeter. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm picking up speed. Look at me go. Then I slowed back down. I lost my confidence.
Your feet in a second ago.
Oops. Okay. I need to stop and get my zipper by. So to move the little thing on my zipper, I'm just making sure the needle is in the fabric, lifting my presser foot, and because my little zipper pull is very small, unlike Patrice is using the big round ones. I can still get my zipper by the presser foot as long as it's lifted. But don't lift it unless your needle is down in your fabric. And I wish I could show you that. This is great. If I mess up, nobody sees.
Yep. See, everything worked out.
It worked out. Okay. So now what I have, if I turn it all, wait a minute, what did I do wrong? Oh, nothing. Okay. My liner fabric was on the wrong side. Okay. So here's what I have. I have the 2 layers of the pretty fabric, and then the back of the zipper. I have the 2 linings. This looks like Christmas from the back. And then my zipper works perfectly fine. I need to go ahead and do my second top stitch. Oh, but I need to press it. So let me go ahead and do that.
This one got a little sloppy.
Oh my goodness. That's what I've been seeing, Gail, that people for leaving. And they're wanting to find businesses for relocating. I say fine. They're wanting to charge, a tax or something. But really, it's fine. I have power, at least for now. Oh, there goes my teacher.
Yay.
Yeah.
See, you kept going through. You kept going, Marilyn.
Everything. There's so many. Like every printer in here is going through its startup cycle.
Everything has to.
Printers, the right, the D stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. So let me go ahead and get logged back in on my iPad and my computer. Oh, I don't think my internet's caught up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, my iPad's not connected to the internet yet, so I think that's going to take a while to reset. But I have light.
So that means everything is well.
Yeah. I wonder if I have to do anything to set it.
All right, I gotta add to the top stitch on this side now. I think this could be like a fairly easy project, like quick, like once you know how to do it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like once you, but it's not that difficult. You can make some cute, really, really cute bags. You can even embroider on top of this, like stitch a monogram or whatever on top.
Yeah.
I have to get my fabric together good.
So if you wanted to embroider a monogram, would you go ahead, since you know exactly where your fabric is and everything now, would you go ahead and do it at this step, hoop it up or float it at this step so you get in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do it, and because that way what I could do is, because this isn't already like attached to the lining, I could just go ahead and stitch on top of that outer fabric, and then the lining would hide the embroidery stitch.
Oh yeah, on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I can do with this machine too, because this is like an embroidery, it is an embroidery machine too. So I could get the 4x4 hoop and put something and embroider on top of it. So you can. Maybe one day that'll be a project for us.
Yeah.
To do. We could do stitch, like do an embroidery monogram or whatever you want on the top.
It's acting like it's trying to connect now to StreamYard. Try my, nope. Just gave me that. Let me try my computer.
Too much. Let me do it this way. Sorry, y'all. I'm not looking at the chat, y'all. You know the usual. Let me see. While Marilyn's gone. Renee, yeah, her power just came back on, I think. Well, maybe not. But it just came back on. So she'll probably be back. She had to work. Her internet hadn't came back. So she's probably just rebooting and getting back on. You are now in process. So D Smith, we've already finished. We've attached both the lining and also the outer fabric together, and we already attached that to the zipper. Right now, I'm just placing a top stitch on one of the sides. I think that we're probably very, very close to being done. It looks like that to me. Brandy, what are you blinking, Brandy? We could even add some bling on the top of here. That would be cute.
Okay, can you hear me, Patrice?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Let me get set up for a regular view.
And I think I could have went over just a little, but
Okay. So much better. Are you doing the perimeter already, or are you doing the top stitch?
The top stitch.
Okay. I do remember on this next step, when you're doing the perimeter, you do have to have the zipper in the middle, or you're not going to have any place to pull your fabric or put your hand or pull it through or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I was off on that stitch right there. And, all right, so the next thing we're doing, what are we
Okay. The next thing that we do is, as I recall, we pull the two pretty sides together like this, and then you have your lining dangled like that. And then you're lining those up. It's going to be tall in the middle. See how it's tall in the middle? The person I watched, they recommended give me just a second. Okay, so where my zipper's up here, let me open it. First of all, they recommend go ahead and open your zipper. So I've got pretty sides, I have my liner sides, and then it has to fold one way or the other. They recommended folding it to the liner. So you see how I'm pushing the outside and the zipper over. You're pushing your zipper over into the lining side.
So you're pushing the zipper over into.
So it has to fold down. To get this to go flat, that zipper has to go somewhere. So you're either going to push it to the liner side or the pretty side. They recommended folding it.
Oh, so like the zipper. So you're talking about the direction of the zipper. So the zipper should be faced inside. Like, so are you saying like this? Like the teeth should be going in the direction of the liner side? Is that what you're saying? Like,
let me get it back here. So when I have it like that, see how it's wide? And so you've got to have this zipper either pushed that way or pushed this way to have it lay nicely. And they say push it toward the liner side, and then it lays flat. So it's not really the direction of the function of the zipper. It's more what are you doing with the zipper while you're sewing around the perimeter. And Ropi says yes. So I think I'm on the right track.
okay.
So flip that down. And then on the liner side, you know how you have to you can't sew all the way around this because you got to have a place to pull it through. So on the liner side, I'm going to go ahead and clip everything together. And then I either have to remember to leave an opening over here, or you could use like your pins instead of your clips to remind you, oh, you're supposed to do something.
You can mark it.
So you could mark it with this little marking pin since the ink disappears. I'll just do that. And I've seen some people only leave a couple inches. One lady left a lot of space open so she could easily get her hand in, because when you turn it right side, when you pull it through, you're going to have to sew that part, and it's just in the lining, so it doesn't show from the outside of your bag. Yes, and she said don't forget to unzip your zipper, which I believe mine is already unzipped to the middle. Oh, no, it's not. I had unzipped it. Thank you.
Zipped it back.
And then I zipped it back up. Okay, so now I'm just unzipping it, to wherever. Okay, so then I'm back to this side. I'm going to knock this. I'm just knocking that zipper stuff to the liner side. And I have extra threads. I'll trim those off here in just a minute. Does that make sense, Patrice?
Yes, Marilyn. I'm just gonna do whatever.
I'm not sure why it makes sense. I just know that's what they said to do.
Because so we have it halfway zipped through, so that way we'll be able to actually pull it through. I know that part, but
the zipper, moving the zipper to the side was the main part that I was like, okay. Because last night I watched this guy. This guy has long hair, and he did the pouch project. And everything that he did was super understandable, except explaining pushing the zipper to the liner side. He said something, and then he said, hopefully that makes sense, which I say in my videos all the time, and I didn't follow it. And then some other people didn't even address it. And then the video that I told you about, she did a nice job of kind of
explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just clipping both the outer and the inner, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to stitch it.
Yes. And you stitch in quite a ways. Now I got other things. My printer's starting up again all of a sudden. What's going on? And I wasn't very precise. Look at that. It didn't end at the same place, but
Me either. It's fine. Could that be hidden?
I was a little frustrated. Yes, it will be hidden. As long as we sew in far enough, we're good. So I assume that the trick is sewing in far enough, but not running over the actual teeth of the zipper. You know, remember you have that 1/2 inch or so of extra fabric. So here's what I look like. I'm clipped all the way around. I'm going to clean up some threads real quick. And then here is the gap I'm going to leave. And there's really no rhyme or reason for the exact length. It wouldn't matter if it's here, or a little wider, or a little narrower. But I remember fighting so much with the pouches that you do in the hoop that are made for little 4x4 hoops. Those are tough. Especially, you know, we were using some of the, that adhesive stuff on the candy bags. That made it even harder. And then after we sew it, we will kind of knock off the corners and might even cut down some of the bulk of the zipper. And we're just gonna hope it comes out right.
It's gonna come out great.
And Gail reminded us again, unzip the zipper, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
Trace, did you unzip your zipper?
Yep.
Partway at least?
Yep.
I probably should have unzipped it a little further, but let me peek in there and see.
So we're just gonna stitch around, right?
All around the outside.
Oh, so we're stitching all around the outside.
All around.
Let's see.
Okay, where's my zipper? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just using my hand to try to push it open a little more. And it's not working, so it's okay though. It'll work. So I'm gonna start, depending upon which direction you like to sew. Like I like to sew a certain direction, or I like my fabric. You want your fabric, at least I want my fabric to be on the outside of my needle. So I'm going to start at my line that I marked. And I'm going to sew in, I'm about a 1/2 inch in. Where it'll really matter is around the zipper.
Are we sewing on top of the edge of that zipper over there or no?
The goal is to sew on the fabric part of the zipper. So where there's no zipper pull, no zipper teeth. So the goal is to sew right there. So that's why you're sewing in about a 1/2 inch. And so if you didn't start with us, this is my first time to do the zipper pouch. So this is all based on what I read. To prevent the lining from getting caught in the zipper. Okay. Ropey is telling us something. Okay, now the zipper. Alrighty. I'm gonna move this over closer to me a little bit. Now here's where y'all can't laugh because I sew really, really, really slowly. And it may not be super straight. Like I said earlier, I've sewn many years, but not very frequently. And there were many years I didn't even touch the sewing machine.
It's fine, Marilyn. Don't worry. There's no judgment here.
I go ahead and backstitch a little bit. And then here we go. So I'm going to sew the corner. And then when I'm about a 1/2 inch from the corner, I'm going to make sure my needle is down to my fabric, because I'm going to have to lift up the presser foot to pivot this fabric. I think I'm a little further away than I need to be. I'm going to go one more stitch. I'm just going to crank this by hand, since I'm just doing one more stitch. Needles down inside there, and I'm pivoting. And that's a long way. Patrice, you're going to be done with yours for me.
I doubt it.
But that's okay. It's not a race.
I doubt it, Marilyn. I doubt it, girl.
Okay, so hopefully I end up about where I should with the zipper. This is where experience is going to come in. I mean, experience doing these pouches would come in, which I don't have. The only pouches I made were programmed in for me, and I just had the embroidery machine do it all.
That's the way to go. that's actually the way to go.
That was still with a whole lot of help.
I just messed up my seam.
You what?
Messed up my seam, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Keep on going. Okay, I'm just gonna hand walk it over this thicker part, just in case I was too close to the zipper.
Let's see what I break.
I don't think mine's gonna be straight. Straight is overrated unless you're selling your products. Or you are a little bit OCD like me. Then it's not overrated. But I can't have straight, so I'm just gonna live with what it is. Okay, I'm lifting that presser foot so I can pivot my fabric. Go back down. Take a drink of tea. Decaf tea. Oh yeah, so Shay, I've never used one, but the magnet things that it acts as a guide, I should use one of those.
I have those. I should have pulled it out.
I ordered one from Temu, but then I'm like, well, I'm not really sure how to use this, and I haven't pulled it out to figure it out. So yeah, could be a problem if my allowance over here, whatever that word would be, is bigger than the liner. The liner might pull up down at the bottom, but it's all good.
I can never say true to what the seam allowance is supposed to be.
If you want to see professional, go watch one of those YouTube channels that sewing is their main thing. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Turn it. Go ahead and move it in a little ways, and then take some of these clips out. I just started using clips for the first time maybe a year ago, year and a half, 2, I'm not sure. I love them.
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I sewed right over the what you call it?
Zipper.
Literally sewed right over it. I knew I was about to do it too.
Mine's kind of bunching up. It's not going to be a great look.
That's what I did, yo. That's exactly what I did.
Did you sew over that ring thing?
Huh?
Over the ring?
Yep.
Oh.
No, the ring is in the center, but.
Okay.
Why?
We're learning, Patrice.
I guess that's what this is called, Marilyn. I guess.
She'll probably be like, okay, next time we go live, I'm picking the project.
No, this is fine. This is a fairly easy project.
Yeah.
I should just been paying a little bit better attention. You know how you be pushing stuff a lot? It's like stuck.
So here's my mark. So that reminds me that I'm stopping there. I'm going to
Lower too far.
Do a little bit of a back stitch there. And then that is it. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and clip these corners. Not too close. You don't want it so close that it's going to fray and you're going to end up in a bad way. At least I don't clip them too close. I've seen people clip them closer than that. And then if I have very much excess bulk here that I can cut off, I would. I don't have too much, but these don't come together right, so I'm going to eat.
It shouldn't have hit it. I think my needle was just loose. It's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here.
So I have a little bit of extra thread here, but that's going to be hidden. So I don't really care that there's longer threads there. Okay. Okay, thanks, Rope. The edge of the presser foot. Okay. I wonder if I have, well, I wouldn't want wider presser, should I? And I actually have little lines on both sides that can help too. I need to practice is really what I need to do. Okay, so now here is my hole. And so one lady, she did hers large enough that her whole hand fit in there. Mine does not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just bringing it through, birthing a little ouch. Okay, let me go ahead and, wait a minute. Wrong way. Okay, get my pretty fabric out. That scared me. Oh, and I should have, let me find that hole. So here's my hole. I'm going to take something that's not going to rip my fabric, but I'm going to put this through my hole, and I'm going to go down to this corner, gently push out the corner. So see how that pushed out the corner? I'll try to show you better on this next one. So I'm going to go find my hole, go back to this other corner. See how awful that corner looks? So I'm going to work my way down to it. And they have turning, I can't remember what they're called, but special turning boards or tools. Okay, so that's much better. I guess I could go ahead and iron this if I wanted to before I do the rest, but I think I'll wait. Okay, so then I'm going to pull the liner out because I have to finish off this opening. I think I'm too close. Now with this opening, it's going to want to fold itself under. You go ahead, just to make it easier to sew. Let's go ahead and get that corner. Get this corner. I'm just getting the thread out of the, or the fabric out of the way, because this is all going to flip again anyway. Okay, so now here's my pull, and if I just pull on my corners, it makes that one a fold under exactly the way it should be. Now here's where I should be using red thread, because I'm going to have to sew this from the top, and I have gray thread. So rather than just sew my hole shut, I'm going to go from end to end, so if you look down in there, you don't see just one little strip of gray. You don't need to sew end to end, but that's what I'm going to do. Or close to end to end. Excuse me. Hi, Bobby.
Mary. What's up, Mary? Mary, what did you cut next? So after you finish stitching the perimeter, what did you do next?
Okay, so then I went to the corners, the 4 corners, and
snipped,
and I trimmed, like clip your corner off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got all engrossed in this, forgot to watch the chat. Okay, you can use a chopstick. When I was in high school back in the late dark ages, Debbie, we had some, me too. We had sewing classes. We also had 3 levels. We also had
some of this.
a knitting and crocheting class. We didn't have that, but I went to a small school. I would have loved it. A bone folder. That's something I was trying to think of. Okay. Shay, my sisters used to tell me I was the gadget queen, but that was of kitchen gadgets. Hi, Stacy. Stacy. I'm trying to think, is this your last day of summer school? Or is that tomorrow? It might be today.
Hopefully it's today.
This is where if cared, I would go ahead and wind your bobbin. So in sewing, Shay, I do use bobbins that match my thread. In embroidery, I don't. I just use the pre-wound bobbins. And in embroidery, as I understand it, if your tension is correct, bobbin thread is not going to show from the top.
Correct. But if you haven't mastered your tension yet, then maybe you just...
I have that happen more than once. And Chris Calavo would say, rethread it. And she would say, if it shows on the top, it's probably a bottom issue, like your bobbin. If it shows your other fabric goes to the bottom, the correct thread goes to the bottom, it's probably a top issue and you need to rethread. I think that's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Okay, so again, since I'm using a different color thread, I'll go ahead and thread along or sew along most of that. You don't have to.
You made my opening bigger too.
Do what?
I actually made my opening a little bit bigger, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine, Marilyn.
Fine.
We made it through. We didn't quit today.
Even with the loss of power, no quitters.
No. Everything came out good.
All right, do a little reverse stitch. And I probably should be sewing closer to the edge, but I think it's okay. And then I have a good memory to laugh about. And I know I've talked about this before, but it was just so cute and fun when you started sewing on your channel and you were teaching Uni how to make a bonnet.
The bonnet?
Yes.
I need to make a bonnet.
And you had been sewing. I got a little thread caught up under here, but I could get a needle and start pulling that through. But for now, I'm just going to do what I can and cut it off. So you had been sewing, but I don't think Uni had. I think that
the first time.
It was, yes, she was just starting. And you were like sewing, chick, 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 you know, about like I was sewing. And then Uni, she's full bore. She's like,
yeah, I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Yes.
That was so fun to watch. So
yes.
fun.
But we made them.
Yes.
It got done.
Okay. Pressing this through. Let's see. That doesn't look so good. Why doesn't that look so good? Oh, okay. I just need to keep pressing up in the corner. That's why. Then you kind of have to deal with your lining and pull it back down. All right. Let's see for my first one how I did. Okay, the good news is it functions. Functions correctly.
It looks good.
I have more zipper showing than I should, but if I would have used a zipper foot, that would be better. And then there's my inside. You can't even hardly see. Where is that? There's my gray thread way down there. And it's cute.
It's super cute. It really is. I love it. I love that fabric. I love the color of the zipper.
Thank you.
I love everything.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and move my machine, and then I'm going to iron this down, and then we're done.
Yep.
And only 4:10. Yolanda comes on. It's 4:10 Central Time. Yolanda will be on in about 50 minutes. Okay, it's a good thing you said let's start at 2, not 3.
Yeah. Everything works out good. We did good.
Mm-hmm.
I like with the opening, I'm able to still get into the corners of the bag.
Yes.
And push it out. I have my little Bakken sticky thing that I have, but I can't find it now. Next time. I'm just gonna sew. Very cute. This is super cute.
I mean to do that. That is cute. And because each of the things were centered from left to right when I did my cutting, you know, I was strategic about it. When you have a pattern big that repeats itself,
so pretty.
Have to be. If you have a random pattern, even if it's big, it's not as big of a deal. If you have a small pattern, it's not as big of a deal. But I like how, even though the circles are cut off, they're still fairly centered.
Looks great.
Thank you. Thanks, Marta. Shay Shay said, I'm going to make these and add embroidered names. Ooh, nice.
Yes, Shay Shay, that's going to be nice.
Shay Shay, post those in our groups. We want to see them. Thanks, Ropey. Thanks for your help.
Yes, Ropey.
Stacy's going to be running to Dallas after work tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow must be your last day. Oh, she's going to the
Applique getaway.
The bling fling. Yeah, applique getaway. Awesome. Thanks, Sharon.
You guys gotta take pictures and post them for those of us who can't make it.
Yes. Renee, we would have been done sooner if the power hadn't gone out. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, good. Hey, Maylene. Hey, SJ Braggs.
Yeah, welcome in. Thanks, Retired Crafter. Uh-oh, Shay, because Shay can't go because of her post-surgery healing still. She says applique getaway is a trigger word for me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Shay. Thanks.
My bag is done. You could. Next time I might want to put like a little hoop. You can make this into a wristlet. Yes. But this is kind of big, but I could do like a wristlet if I put like a hoop. But this is my inside.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Very colorful.
Very, very, very.
But this is so fun, Marilyn.
I love it. Thank you for coming on and doing it with me and then making sure it was all straight when I was trying to do it backwards.
It's fine. It's all good. Everything works out.
Yes. 2 minds are better than 1.
Yep. Your power is still on. It's back on at least. So that's a good thing.
Just going to flatten this out a little bit.
But it came out good. We did a lot. This was, and for anybody who came in late, this was sublimated. So I sublimated the fabric. It's like a canvas fabric. And I subbed it. And that's what we have. I didn't sub the inside. Marilyn.
Thank you, Retired Crafter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ro P, we inspired you to make a quilt. You should post your quilt in our groups.
We want to see it.
Patrice, those colors are really pretty. That's very, like, elegant looking.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Marilyn.
You're welcome.
The top stitch makes you have to do your top stitches. Like, it completely does what it's supposed to do. Looks really good. And mine is like Marilyn, where I tried to get as close, like to not have so much of the zipper showing, but we didn't use the zipper foot. But it still looks amazing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was going to say that I would try differently next time. And see, your zipper is meant to be decorative like that. I mean, yours, the zipper is a different color than your, what's that stuff called? Yeah, your teeth are a different color than the fabric. So yours looks cute that way. It's decorative. Mine is just too much of the zipper fabric showing. But
it's fine.
I've never tried to use a zipper foot. Oh, let's get us together. I've never tried a zipper foot, so I might have to find it. This machine is, 27 years old.
But it looks good, and I think the color of the zipper, like, really, you needed that solid piece on the bag because of the how colorful it is. So I think it looks good. I love it.
I love the colors. I like how it came together. Mine's a little wonky there, and I would love to have a little less of the fabric showing. So I'm going to try to find my zipper foot. If I can't find it, I can order one and try to master that. I don't know that I've ever even taken the foot off my sewing machine. I have my embroidery machine. I don't know if I've taken it off this one. Well, I don't think I took it off my embroidery machine. I remember on the live it flew off of my embroidery machine. When thread got caught around it. Let's see. Debbie, okay.
My bag is pretty big. How big is your bag? Like, what's the size that it ended up being?
You're welcome, Dee. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so mine ended up being 8 1/4 wide, and I cut it 9 1/2 wide. And then the depth of my bag minus the fabric of the zipper is right at 7 inches, and I cut it. I can't remember what I ended up cutting it at, because at first, remember, I was going to do 6 1/2, and I changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I must have cut it around 8. How about you? What did the final dimensions of your bag end up being?
10 3/4 inches wide by 7 1/2 inches high. It was pretty wide, but I love it.
I do too.
I can carry this. I could still put a strap like around here on the zipper and still use it as like a wristlet.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff around. Super cute, Marilyn. This was a great project for us to do for our first crafternoon.
It was crafternoon. Take one. Let's hope crafternoon does not end up like this. You know, the next one doesn't end up like this one with no power.
It's gonna be fine. And if it has no power, guess what? We know how to push through.
Right. All right. Let's see if I missed anything, and then we're gonna be signing off. Thanks, LV Artistry. All righty. Well, Patrice, thanks for coming on. We'll do another crafternoon.
Yes. Thanks for hanging out with me, Marilyn. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm sure I'll see you in the chat tonight. And for everybody that came in, there are retired crafters. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that before I started yammering. You can do these any shape you want. You can have long, narrow, or long, short pencil bags. Mm-hmm. You could make them really small. You can make them big. You can have them really the dimensions that you want. And I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, SJ Braggs. All right, Shay, rest your eyes. Thank you, Eileen. Oh, yeah, my shirt. So if anybody hasn't seen this, this is my first time to wear it, but I made it on live. So Patrice made this design, period poo. And
Marilyn's slogan.
Yeah. She made it for me. And it is on her Craftable Things website. If you go into there and then you go to digital designs. Also, if you're interested in doing rhinestones, Patrice has a class. It's a beginner class, right?
It's beginner.
Okay, beginner class, but you would have to have silhouette, and you would either have to have the business edition. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to cut with the silhouette, you'd need the business edition. If you're cutting with a silhouette, you could get by with the next one down. I got the business edition because I don't cut my designs, so I need to be able to save them as SVGs. So that is also craftablethings.com. You can go to professional services and you'll find the class. You can go to digital designs and you can find her templates. Also, the baby's booty is where the rhinestones are from. And so you can go to thebabiesbooty.com. She has 2 different types of stores. One is a buy-in that comes around once a month. One's a buy now, and that you can buy through that anytime. The prices are more, retail. The other prices you're getting a discount for volume. So,
Mary, can you tell everybody what color those stones are?
Oh, sure. Yes. Can I tell what color the stones are? Yes. So, what is the metallic ones that we have?
The volcano chrome?
Beautyberry. It's Beautyberry. So I believe this is Beautyberry.
The shadow?
The shadow, I believe the shadow is Beautyberry. The jet black is the outline and the word poo. And then on the inside is rainbow. So rainbow is not an AB stone, but it's kind of a color shifting stone. So if I turn the stones inside the word poo, sometimes you see green, sometimes you see purple, sometimes you see yellow, pink. And then again, the shadow, I believe the shadow is Beautyberry. And that's a metallic or a chrome stone.
So it's gorgeous.
I love the design. I was really happy with the colors. And I still haven't mailed your pink shirt yet. Your purpley pink shirt.
Oh. It's okay.
I didn't realize that.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you guys for coming in. Jolanda will be live at 5 p.m. Central. So if you're interested in just hanging out, having a good time, or you especially want to learn how to operate a Romeo machine, which is a Caesar machine, she'll be on in a little bit. And I will be coming up. Today's Wednesday, right? So I come on tomorrow night at 6:30 Central. I am probably going to be pressing at least 4 DTF transfers onto shirts. They are not transfers anyone would be interested in. They're for my husband's YouTube channel. And our friends were going on a vacation and they wanted shirts that kind of advertise that. So I'll be pressing those 4 things.
Aww.
And I might have to do a bling shirt. So, Patrice, when's the next time you'll be on?
I'll be on Friday night, I think. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Okay.
Per the usual.
And I understand. And then Patrice's channel is linked in the video description. So if you're new here today, whether you're in the chat, you're in the bushes, we love both. If you have not subscribed to her, click on that link and go subscribe. You'll love it over there. Thank you so much for the whole crafting community. Everyone was so positive. Nobody griped and complained about my electricity going off or me having to take time to get things together. I love the way our community is just so supportive of each other in the chat, of us. So,
yes.
All right. Anything else before I sign off? When I sign off fast. Well, I try to.
Oh, Miss Gills of the Patch Hat crew is going to be on
tomorrow. They usually come on at 5 Central. And
that's it.
All right. We're out of here.
There you go.